All right, cool. We're recording right now. I'm just going to wait a couple seconds so we can chop the front out. All right, guys. Actually, I'll wait till you're done with the water. Let me actually take a sip really quick too.
You know when you're about to hit dry mouth and it hits you and then bam.
Yeah, I know, huh? All right, I'm going to do it in 3 seconds. Hey guys, I'm here with Eric Torres. He's one of the Rainmaker clients, and we're here to talk about his experience, what he was doing for marketing before he met us, and how things are going through the progression of our campaigns working with us. So, Eric, hey, thanks for taking some time out of your busy day to spend with me here.
Man, good morning from Texas. It's a nice day, nice cloudy. The oven hasn't turned on yet down here. You know, it gets hot real quick starting in May, and we've got a cloudy day. It might be 70 degrees. So I'm kind of feeling that California weather today. But I'm sure tomorrow will turn around and be 95 degrees real quick down here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I know that when you met us, it was through like a Facebook ad, and
Correct.
you're prompted to reach out to us over all the other people out there. Just out of curiosity, why did you choose us over somebody else?
You know, it was weird. I had been researching and researching. I had been interviewing and interviewing companies. I wanted to find something different. And, you know, I have signed up for lead generations before, and I have just gotten kicked in the teeth before with no results back whatsoever. And you want to talk about results. To me, a result is a warm body lead with somewhat interaction. And I've probably gone through 10 over the past 2 or 3 years, and you're kind of just giving people money, praying to hope you capture 1%, maybe 2%. The last campaign I was on, it was with a group out of Atlanta, and they made a Google ad for me. And, you know, it was structured to my area, you know, and it was basic generic questions. They would send me the lead. I would call, I would text, I would email, nothing. It was $300, 50 leads in 30 days, absolutely nothing. When I saw your ad, it caught me as different, is what made me click on. And matter of fact, I clicked on your Instagram link. And that's where I found you out of random choice. Because, you know, when we're starting there, we put something into Google, or if we put something into Facebook and we put real estate leads, they all come running. And it's like your feed has a million of them. And then Instagram does the same thing. Well, when I clicked on yours, what I remember is I got the bot. And the bot started asking me questions. I go, well, oh, hell, that's different. That's never happened. I talked to someone, well, not someone, but the bot real live right there. And then you followed up immediately because you had like a sign up course, you know, for your free thing. It's like, no, I don't want that. I want the real deal. And then you reached out. I wanted to hear the real deal. So that's where we kind of started. And then I knew probably within 5 minutes what separated you from everybody else. I feel like a lot of these people, it's a sale. This is step one to get to step two. And that's what I have been looking for. COVID was in the market. You know, it's the first quarter, everything's slow in the first quarter. And I think I started right before spring break when this all hit. I just got back from Vegas. COVID was hit. My daughter's school said, hey, we're not going back for spring break. All my clients were like, we're going to take a step back right now. And it was like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit on my ass, or am I going to try something different? And that's when, you know, me, you, and Cody got together. You shared the vision, and then that's how we move forward with it.
Awesome. I appreciate that. So like, why did you decide to give it another shot, considering you'd been burned so many times in the past? What made you drive forward wanting to try this social media paid advertising scenario once again?
You know, it was just, you know, okay, give it one more chance. I kind of believed in what you were telling me. I saw that what y'all's product was and what y'all showed me was different than anything else that I've used before. I've used the Bold Maker lead generation where you get a text message and then you got to call the client or send a text message to a client and saying, let me give you house valuation. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Curiosity. I've done a million different things, but again, I had never done anything with Facebook. And I was kind of not wanting to do it because to me, my Facebook page is completely different. I don't share, I'm not like those million of realtors in my market that all they do on their personal page 24/7 is promote their own product. I want to be different. I want to see about your kids. I want to see about the vacation you're on. I want to see that you're doing good. I want to see that. But the way y'all explained it to me in generating my Facebook business page and promoting my brand that way, I had two separate things. I have 1,000 friends. How many friends do you have on Facebook? You're not pounding them with your business stuff. There's a million of us realtors out there. They don't want to hear that every single day. The message gets stale. I see these other realtors every day. They make nice little videos of themselves. And it's just like, oh my God, do you have to hear yourself talk and then put it on your personal page and story? And then I click on it and I'm like, okay, there's nothing different than what I'm doing every day other than I'm not sharing that every day with my work life. I just like, hey, am I going to go use the restroom? Let me go tell you right now, put it on my face, my Facebook live post. So what I felt with your business page and how the bot was going to answer it. And then I saw your ad with the foreclosure leads or what campaign I could go with. I never had those options. It was always, here you go. This is what you're doing. Here's how you go. Bam. And that's what I wasn't looking for this time.
Right. So like basically our transparency and like options on guiding you what would actually customize to your goal versus like pushing stuff and saying, hey, we'll just get you leads and kind of pull wool over your eyes, if you will.
Yes.
And hopefully it works out. Right. So,
and that's what all those lead generation companies are. We're going to get you leads and then bam, you've got to figure it out. But the thing is, they're not quality leads. These leads that I'm getting on Facebook, I have more conversations when I capture them online in Facebook Messenger than I do calling them or texting them. They respond as soon as I jump in the middle of the bot conversation at the end. Right after they say, do you want to talk to a human? I don't give them a chance to talk to a human. I jump in right then and right there. I don't want to give them a choice. Hey, it's Eric. I'm online. How are you doing today? I'm live. I just caught you. Where can I send you a great deal at? Where are you looking? Are you looking in Tarrant County? Are you looking in Dallas County? What are you looking for? A 322? Give me your price range. Are you looking in Johnson County? And I just start the conversation there. And for me, you call them. If it's during work, they're busy. If it's in the middle of the night, a lot of the times I'm still up. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't expect you on. So to me, to be able to connect like that, other than what the other companies were offering, because you don't know how watered down that lead was. Was this lead from Friday night and they signed up on Friday night and I'm just getting it on Monday and now I've got to follow up? Well, hell, we know what we do Saturday. We know what we do Sunday. You've done a million things since you've done that lead. I'm able to capture these people live. And then, heck, sometimes when I'm working and I can't capture them live and I look up, or if I take off Sunday 4 or 5 hours, there's 9 messages in your Facebook Messenger to answer and to get back. And then, you're sprinting real quick to send the message through Facebook Messenger. They don't answer that way. Then you send them a text and then you follow up with a phone call. For me, it's the domino. I want to catch them on Facebook Messenger, remind them of their inquiry before I go to the text, before I go to the phone call. And like I said, that was been the big difference for me. The technology here is better. It's not a true cold call, which how Americans are. They hate cold calls. You want that warm lead We all want that warm lead instead of, hey, do you remember me, sending you a text? You signed up for something 3 days ago, and guess what? Here I am. People don't like that in today's world. And then if you're going to catch them at work, or if you try to call after 5 o'clock, well, what happens if they're with kids and trying to do dinner? Or what happens, in the evening, with the Facebook Messenger, and you capturing them live, and you capturing it's to me, it's better than text. To me, it's better than that phone call. Then, once you gather their information, you put them in your MLS, you set up their search. That is what you want. Then you see if they're active. Then you see if they're clicking on your new links every day and things like that. Then you can move in your over there in your CRM, and okay, they're looking. What are they doing? Are we active? And I'm still old school on a couple of things I do. I've got my list here. I write everything down. Okay, here's the lead, warm. Okay, hey, has checked in again, and I'm just kind of watching it, kind of nurturing it from the side as I let them get comfortable. More houses are starting to roll into their email every morning. I can go and see who has opened emails, who hasn't opened emails. With the lead from the other companies, you would never even get that far. And that's where you want to be at, in my opinion. You're not going to capture every lead. Heck, I've gotten over 400, you know what I'm saying? But I'm over 1.5 million in leads right now. Now you do the math, 1.5 million, 3%. You see what I'm saying? And average sales price here in the state of Texas, $200,000. So,
that's a $45,000.
$45,000, and I'm not expecting that to hit today. We're not done, but I do got I have written 2 offers now. We have not got under contract yet, but I have written 2 offers on 2 different clients, and we were both in highest and best situations.
And this is all in COVID too. So this is
all in COVID. Texas has been closed down until the governor just recently opened back up. Dallas County, you could not show in Dallas County or face a fine of $1,000 showing houses there. In COVID here, now we have no one's going to go make a $200,000-$300,000 commitment on a house through a walkthrough video. No one's going to do that. So what homeowners feel comfortable with people coming into their house, buying your client's mask, taking, like I said, it's the fear that's all over the country. But I knew if I sat on my hands during COVID, it could have wiped us out. I mean, look at all the businesses wiping out. Could you imagine not having any leads or anything in 90 days? Because that's where we're kind of at with COVID right now. Because, some realtors are, I filed for unemployment, or, things like that. I mean, that's great. But, I've got one kid in college that's home now. I've got another one that's going to be in college here. She's going to be going into her senior year. I've got a stepson in private school. And then, my youngest daughter, with her and her club soccer. So there is no time to take off. Money never sleeps. So do you invest in yourself, or, do you just sit there and just, it will come back? And I'm just not that person.
Right. Because you're a great example of a proactive person, because I will say, if you're going to prepare for the game after the game started, you're just not prepared. That's not the way it works. Michael Jordan wouldn't step on the court and then warm up after the tip-off occurred. And same thing in business. Right now is just a great time just to get your ducks in a row, because I've met real estate agents that are in the game for 20 years. They still don't have a proper CRM that actually functions for them. They're still using the free tech that is actually holding them back from closing deals, connecting with consumers, having a meaningful conversation. So how has this program impacted your business and your life since you started with us?
You're gonna be funny. You're gonna talk about that CRM program, because I am that realtor. I've been I've been doing this for 15 years. I left teaching and coaching in 2005. It's 2020, and I always I'll just go with the free stuff that the company's given us. And it's not good technology. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to upload your own stuff. You have to upload your own things. This does it all for you. It puts them on the drip. I'll give you an example. Remax, their CRM. When I was with Remax, you had to set up everything manually yourself. Your campaigns, your drips, your everything. Well, no one wants to do that, and especially if you're not adapt to doing things like that. To me, I had to pay someone to do it. One of these masters in our class, you go to those real estate classes and another agent's hosting it. And, oh, by the way, I'll set you up and things like that. And, that's the last thing I want. I want to be able to have it automatically done for you so I can go on and do what I do best, which is selling,
Mhm.
And if I'm not selling, I'm with my family. And if I'm not with my family, we're on vacation. Or, you know what I'm saying? We all love our lifestyles. Real estate gives you those life things that you as a teacher and coach, I made $3,000 a month. I paid my house payment, that's $1,200. I paid my car payment, that was $500. I looked up, I'm at $1,500. I haven't paid light, electricity, water, anything. Oh, and I still have two daughters. So you got to be either moving forward or you're going to be stuck.
Right, right. I'm glad you mentioned that, because the tech is so simplified when you find the right tech. Because like a
Yep.
lot of people like free stuff, which free is good. I mean, air is free. I mean, some water is free in a park, but it doesn't mean it's like with tech, it's really where things are going. And when you were talking about the chat bots and getting customers to return messages there, the mode of communication, while it may all be on your cell phone and one device, some people don't respond to texts because they don't know the number. Some people
Yep.
won't answer the phone because they don't recognize the number. And then they don't listen to voicemails because people don't have patience. They'll just delete it and think like, hey, if it's important, they'll call me back. But on Messenger, there's a big audience where that's more important because it's social, it's fun, it's exciting, it's
Yes.
different. The
Yep.
open rate can be as high as 95%, whereas email can be under 2% in some cases. So
Yep.
like you really get that connectivity with the customer, and instead of somebody trying to force the adaption on their customer, why not adapt to what the customer wants?
Yes.
So if the customer says, I want you on Facebook and I want to communicate there, but then the agent is saying, well, I only do phone, I only do text, they're not going to want to work. You're not going to be able to reach them.
No. And you got to adapt to your surroundings. This is the new thing. What's going to do. If you're in live right now, you could be in a restaurant and do this. You could be out. Your wife could be driving, and you're in the car. Oh God, I got another lead. Let me follow it through and go from there. And it is just like a text message. And it's funny. You just raised your iPhone. How many times have you've missed a text because now your iPhone has made it where known sender and unknown sender, but you never click on that. You never even look at that unsender text because you don't see it because you're looking at your regular day stuff from people that you are connected with. There's been times, I have, oh crap, I got a lead. Oh crap, it's from an unknown sender, and I have no idea. From my signs out there, we do foreclosures here in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I'll get text off of my writer, but it comes from an unknown number, and I don't see it for a couple hours later. With the technology that I do have with my Facebook Messenger and my lead system, it pops up on my phone like an automatic text.
Yep. No, that's perfect. Well said. So like let's talk about the actual campaign. Let's go into some specifics. You mentioned earlier 400 leads. It's been I'd say about 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
Okay. So you have about 400 leads, and you're working with a pipeline value of a serious pipeline value, not some bullshit
Yeah,
one. Right? This is a real,
yeah, 400 leads got it, but these are the serious people that are
right.
engaged. Now, 400 leads, and I have everybody on drips. I think
Yep.
I've only had maybe 2 or 3 out of the 400 unsubscribed that I got the notification back that, oh, hey, we're unsubscribed. I don't want to be on this list anymore. That's fine. Hey, just hit the unsubscribe button. No big deal. Other than that, the 1.5 that I'm working with is a true accurate number of leads, what I'm doing, who I'm constantly in touch with, who we're searching with. moving parameters around. Eric, let's take a look in Duncanville instead of, Grand Prairie. It feels like I can afford more there. Oscar that I have in Fort Worth. Eric, get me further out. I don't want a neighbor. I don't want to see my neighbor on each side of me. Okay, Oscar. Well, the problem with that is your $200,000 budget now has to be $300,000 budget. So that's what we have to do there. And just try to find the correct fit. A lot of people are just look, hey, I just want a foreclosure list. Not a problem. Let me enter your information. Let me put it in my MLS. Let me set you up on a drip when a new foreclosure comes up. Then you hit it. A lot of people are just investors looking for that second property that, okay, maybe if a great deal comes on the market, I'll hit it, and everybody thinks that great deal is the foreclosure. Nine times out of 10, it's not.
So the good part is this is a long game. So so you have 400 leads. Let's cut it off by 100. Let's just chop off 100. So now we're at 300 leads. It's automating for you. So it's saving you a lot of time and energy. So you're not door knocking, cold calling, if you're even able to do those activities anymore.
Yep.
So now it's only inbound leads. You call the hot ones and focus your time and attention there. And then the other leads are like local people with local needs that are just on the list. So in a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, they're still on your drip. And now you're that guy that's providing all that value. So you have like a lot of trailing pipeline for the future that we can't quantify, but we don't deem dead, right? Just because like I have realtors that contact me saying, hey, if you buy or sell, list with me. I'm like, hey, I got your advertisement. I get who you are. I like some people. I don't like others. And, and I know when I'm making a move because your ad impacted me a year ago, it's just, you're forcing something down my throat, but I now know who you are. So I remember that. So in 2 years, 3 years, or 1 year, or 6 months, heck, I might move, buy a bigger house. And I know who I'm going to use because of something that occurred 2 years ago. So that's one thing that's important to know, because a lot of the times as a company that we're not a lead generation company, we're a marketing system that we implement into business to function. So we don't generate leads. That's one piece of it, but that's not what's going to make people happy. That's why we have all this tech behind it. But recently what I've been hearing is, I want only hot buyers. I'm like, well, would you like a commission check too?
Yeah.
We
all want the hot buyers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you imagine if we could work in that world, hey, we would all be the best salesmen in the world if all the hot buyers were sitting there lining up out the door ready to go.
Right. I think then the commission splits, we would, as a marketing company, would probably say, hey, it's a 90-10 split. Can you just spend an hour like signing the papers for us?
Yeah, exactly. And people aren't but we live in that now.
Yeah.
But real estate is still not now. You might occasionally get that buyer that's driving the neighborhood, that sees the house, that didn't see it online, that texts you and say, I've got to have this. But how many times does that really happen in a year? Once? How many times? I can't tell you, other than last week, and it was a bank foreclosure that I went and showed a guy, one of our bank foreclosures, and I go, okay, it's going to be highest and best, blah, blah, blah. And I go, I can take you to see something else, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to show them more houses. No, this is it. I've got cash. I'll pay for it. That doesn't happen. That perfect buyer, you've got to nurture every lead. You're going to take them to 5, 6, 7, 8 houses, but to back what you were saying exactly, I want hot buyers now. Hot buyers might be a 1 show, a 3-month process, a year process, but you're building and building and building and building and building. So there is no slow time at all.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially when you're building that investor database, it takes a lot of the times with savvy investors, they want that perfect deal. They'll grind you a little bit. You'll locate tons of properties, but once they pull the trigger with you once, you're the guy.
You are the guy.
Become you're the speed dial. Find me more. So just having that patience and tolerance to withstand that kind of investor side person. Then of course the consumer market is a little bit different, whether it's first time move up, move downs, and whatnot. So what would you, really quickly, I want to transition to, what would you tell somebody that was on the fence or considering hiring us to do work for them, what would you tell that person as advice?
I have failed at the other ones. This one works. And that's, and I've gotten personal messages from people going, "Hey, Eric, tell me your thoughts on Rainmakers." I go, "Guys, it's the best investment I have made." I have done the other lead generations. The other lead generations, I never closed any, and I spent thousands of dollars on them. And now I never had real leads. Didn't know there were never real bodies, like I was telling you early. There were always a name, a number, and an email to call, but you would never get anything back. This system, you're able to engage from the word go. You'll actually have actual conversations with people from the word go, which all the other systems, you're praying for that 2 to 3% to capture a lead on a uncomfortable 10 to 15-second phone call to try to jog their memory to see if you can gain their business. Because we know as salesmen, you got 15, 20 seconds on that phone call to try to hook them or you're done. So with this system that we have, if you're on the fence, it is a completely different system. It is not the cold call system, depending on the way you set it up to do this. This is live interaction with a bot and live interaction with yourself on Facebook Messenger to capture that lead live when they click to get started on getting more information that you're offering them. That is the best thing. Everything is live about it. It's not going to be watered down like a lot of these other systems are, where they're going to email in, then you'll get a text, and by the time, or you'll get a message, call, or text. This is real time, and that's what I love about this. This is real time with real leads. All the other systems aren't. They are not. So if you're on the fence about it, ask yourself this: do you want to be making money with a live person or a lead that you really don't know where it's coming from? Because the leads that you see, you can actually see the person, their profile on Facebook, and see everything about them, that they are a real person. How do I know, am I not buying a redone list over and over? Which all these years later, I think to myself, God, how much money did I spend which wasting money? And I don't know if they were real leads or not. And when I came to this, and after having the first conversation, the second conversation, I'm like, oh my God, these are actual real people. You actually feel like your money is worth something with y'all system.
Awesome. I appreciate that. That means a lot. We always strive to differentiate and be better. Having worked at a lot of these bigger companies and being marketing vendors for like realtor.com, we saw a huge deficit from what was sold to people versus what was actually needed. So no, I appreciate those kind words. So Eric, thank you so much again for taking this time out of your busy day. I know you probably got a bunch of leads on your phone right now that you're probably itching to get to.
The phone's going on. I mean, as we were doing it, there goes the text messages and things like that. So
that's awesome. Well, at least we automated the text messages, so at least they got some message from you. Now human Eric can go give them a call.
Yep, not a problem. Hey man, thank y'all for everything. Thanks for everything you do. You make my life easier down here in Texas. You make it better for my girls, my wife, everything. Because like I said, we're all about the party. We're all about, having a different lifestyle. That's what real estate does. That's what Real Estate Rainmakers does. Hey, it's a true lead generation marketing system that we do not get from our companies. I feel like I'm a part of one of the greatest brokerages. And yeah, you give me a lot of free stuff, but free stuff doesn't matter if it doesn't work. So that's the advantage of this. Invest in yourself. If you know you can do it, what's the next thing? What's going to make you be from a $6 million agent to a $10 million agent? Because that's my goal right now. I'm the $6 to $7 million agent. I need to be the $10 million agent by the time the second daughter goes to college. And then I need to be the $15 million agent by the time the next daughter goes there. So, what are your goals? Are you going to wake up and try to achieve your goals, or are you going to lay in bed and just wait for the phone call to ring? That's it, my man.
Awesome. Well said.
All right, buddy. See you soon.
Yep.